When it comes to understanding your data, two giants stand out. One big question: which one really delivers? On the left, Google Analytics, unlocking the story behind your website. On the right, Microsoft Power BI, where business intelligence gets visualized. Let's skip the buzzwords and get straight to what really matters. We'll score each category, so you'll know exactly who takes the lead by the end. The results might surprise you.
So before we get all nitty-gritty, here's a quick mind map of everything we're going to look at today. Core purpose, data visualization, data integration, pricing, advanced analytics, ease of use, and ecosystem and integration. We've got a lot to cover, but trust me, it's going to be worth it. Let's kick this off with core purpose. So, Google Analytics, it's all about telling you what people are doing on your website. Think user behavior, conversion rates, all that juicy web stuff. You get real-time data, which is honestly kinda addictive if you're a numbers nerd. Downside? If you need to track data outside your website, not so great. It can totally be overwhelming for newbies too. Now, Power BI? This thing is like a Swiss Army knife for business intelligence, right? You can wrangle data from pretty much anywhere, model it, and slice it however you want. But if you're just trying to check your site visits, there's a bit of legwork to set it up. Plus, fresh users might need to buckle up for a steeper learning curve. For this round, honestly, it's a tie. Both nail their core purpose in different ways. Data visualization, here's where things get spicy. Google Analytics honestly just keeps it simple. Clear graphs, straightforward charts, dashboards you can read at a glance. Fewer visual options though, and if you want to go wild with customization, not really happening here. Now, Power BI? Oh, and here's something cool. You can go absolutely ham on your visuals, like maps, charts, custom stuff. You want your dashboard to look like a spaceship control panel? Go for it. Sometimes you'll hit a glitch or have to dust off some scripting skills, but you get way more creative freedom. So, winner here, Power BI, hands down. Moving on to data integration. Google Analytics is super cozy with anything Google. Ads, Search Console, you name it. If you're running a website, connecting stuff is a breeze. But if you want to pull in offline sales or have other data types, not so friendly. It's really made for web data. Now, Power BI is like, throw whatever you want at me. Oracle, MySQL, Excel, Azure, even R and Python. Yeah, setup can get a bit hairy if you're not techie, and with huge piles of data, you might notice some slowdowns. But overall, so much flexibility. No contest here. Power BI is the integration champ. Oh, and speaking of analytics history, random fun fact, Google Analytics actually started off using the Urchin software, which Google scooped up way back in 2005. Wild, right? It's like tracing website stats back to, well, the beach. All right, let's talk pricing. So, Google Analytics has an awesome free tier. If you're just starting out or not rolling in cash, you get a lot for $0. Integrates free with other Google stuff, which is pretty sweet. Just watch out. That premium version, GA360, ooh, it's pricey. Add-ons can sneak up on you in terms of cost. Power BI on the other side, if you're on Microsoft's planet already, it's pretty affordable. Free desktop version, pay per user for cloud. Sounds good, but licensing is like a maze, and those premium features can stack up the price. End of the day, it's a tie. Both can be cheap or expensive, depending how deep you go. Let's crank it up to advanced analytics. Google Analytics keeps it simple. You get your web data, custom goals, basic slices. But let's be real, predictive analytics, not really happening here. If you want to get nerdy with R and Python, good luck. On the flip side, Power BI basically puts on a cape. Built-in predictive stuff, clustering, time series, AI insights. It's like a superhero toolbox if you know how to use it. Okay, the fancy features like DAX or Power Query, you'll need to learn the ropes, and big data can slow things down, but honestly, Power BI takes the cake here. Now, ease of use. Google Analytics is usually a breeze for marketers. You want web tracking? The setup's so streamlined, you'll barely break a sweat. Of course, once you get into advanced reporting, you might hit a wall. And yeah, all those stats terms can make your head spin if you're not into analytics. Power BI can do some no-code stuff. Pretty cool. Even has natural language queries. But let's be honest, if you're not a data whiz, the complexity creeps up fast. And all those formulas and scripting, that's another hill to climb. Winner here, Google Analytics. Super user-friendly for web folks. And finally, ecosystem and integration. Google Analytics lives in the Google bubble, so it's just effortless to set up if you're already using things like Google Ads or Firebase.
Snap your fingers, and you've got all your website or app data flowing. But if you want to branch out to other platforms, that flexibility drops off. Power BI is all about Microsoft, a dream if your company runs on Office, Azure, or Dynamics. Plus, it'll connect with CRM, ERP, you name it. But if you wander outside the Microsoft ecosystem, setup can get overwhelming. So we're calling this one a tie. Both fit their worlds perfectly.
Here's how the numbers stack up in a quick radar chart. Google Analytics excels at ease of use and web-focused tracking, while Power BI just obliterates everything in advanced analytics, integration, and visualization. You can actually see how their strengths pop, depending on what you care about. So if you're all about monitoring your website and marketing, Google Analytics should totally be your weapon of choice. But if you need hardcore business intelligence, fantastic visuals, and you want to pull in data from everywhere, Power BI is where it's at. Advanced analytics, crazy good integration, interactive dashboards. Seriously, it's hard to beat. Hey, if this comparison helped you out, be sure to stick around. There's a lot more where this came from. Whether you're a data nerd or just looking to up your analytics game, keep it locked here for future battles.